A Thorough Brain Exiting, Chapter 8. A dramatic reading, by me. The computer voice. Nicholson has just been removed from the police station by Deputy Grudge, a man who may or may not be a police officer. Then they started talking to each other in junk. What follows is their conversation. Grudge, my attorney is very useful, despite his racial handicap. I think he's Samoan. Nicholson, what? Grudge, you remind me of a movie. Hop in. Nicholson, where are we going? Grudge, is Pancake's house still here? Nicholson, what's that? Grudge, what does it sound like to you? Nicholson, a place with pancakes? Grudge, very good. Pancakes would crumulate right about now. Since you haven't heard of it, I assume you don't know if it's still in operation. That's what we call critical thinking. I'll drive over there anyway. Don't cost nothing. Nicholson, officer, am I free to go? Grudge, no officer here. Call me deputy. You've probably been free to go for some time. How long were you in the interrogation room anyway? Nicholson, 2 days, maybe 3. Grudge, Jesus, son. Without a formal charge against you, they can't detain you for more than 24 hours. All you had to do was ask if you were free to go, and they'd let you. It's all spelled out for them in the police rule videos they have nowadays. Nicholson, so, okay, will you let me go? Grudge, weren't you listening? I said we're going to Pancake's house. Nicholson, yeah, but you also said I was free to go if I asked. Grudge, their rules are not my rules. Nicholson, but you're a cop, right? Grudge, I never said that. Now listen here, tell me about Craig Dackins. Nicholson, he was my landlord for a while and then he blew his brains out. Grudge, an excellent summation of the man's life. You win the Pulitzer. Nicholson, Grudge, let me tell you about Dackins. See, he was a guy I knew, a friend of mine. Because of his friendship I took special interest when I read his death notice in my newspaper. You can guess how I felt when I read it. Nicholson, Grudge, I said, you can guess how I felt. Nicholson, sad? Grudge, yes, I felt sad. See, Craig and I had gone on some adventures about 10 years back. Others were there, too, like Dr. Gonzo Cableja, Doug Willis, Ebook, Jayu, the Stick Man, the man who wasn't there, and so forth. We saw much death and calamity in places such as Vegas, Border Town, Tokyo and others. All interesting tales, probably. And we met a few of the Greek gods. Did you know that they're real? Well, they are, sort of. I've seen M in the flesh. Nicholson, I know Gonzo. How is he doing? Grudge, how should I know? Anyway, the reports I read about Craig's suicide were suspicious, suggestive of foul play, so I came back to this godforsaken place to see if I could piece everything together. My follow-up investigations showed me it was a pretty cut and dry suicide. All witnesses confirmed that it was a thorough brain exiting, the self-inflicted likes of which you read about every day, only this time more thorough than usual. Nicholson, what does any of this have to do with me? Grudge, hold your horses, son, and you'll see that I'm pretty good at answering questions before they are asked. In the reports I read, I saw your name mentioned as someone who might have information on Negro Son, whose business card on Craig's person was the supposed impetus for the murder investigation. It was just my luck you happened to be in the interrogation room at the same time I came to the police station to see if I could make some sense of this clusterfuck. From there it was just a matter of escorting you outside, and that is how you ended up being a passenger in my vehicle. Nicholson, I see. What kind of car is this? Grudge, what kind of car would you like it to be? Nicholson, Grudge, name the car. Nicholson, Grudge, Name it. Nickerson. A. Dodge. Grutch. Dodge what? Nickerson. Dodge. Traffic. Grutch. Well, there you go. It's a Dodge Traffic. Had this vehicle designed for me special by some military guys I know. Alliteratively speaking, it traverses treacherous terrain terrifically. You know? Nickerson. I don't know. Looks like it uses a lot of gas. Grutch. No, my Dodge Traffic runs on propane and propane accessories. Not that this is any advantage over gasoline. I just wanted to incorporate Hang Hill somehow. Nickerson. Since you're not letting me go, is this another interview? I've had so many lately. I keep telling everyone I don't know who Negro Son is. Grutch. We call them interrogations, not interviews. Nickerson. Whatever. I want to talk to a lawyer before the interrogation. Grutch. But how can you say that when the interrogation has already begun? Nickerson. Could you just let me go? I have to take care of a termite problem. Grutch. Be cool for a while. Just think of it as two guys driving around on a nice day having an ordinary, everyday conversation. You'd be surprised by how common conversations are around these parts. Grutch and Nickerson go eat some pancakes. Time passes and they digest their food and maybe take a bathroom break or whatever. Grutch. Those pancakes hit the spot, didn't they? Nickerson. I didn't want to order any. You made me order them. Grutch. You can't go to Pancake's house and not order pancakes. You'd regret it for the rest of your life. Nickerson. Look at me. I need to lose weight if you haven't noticed. Grutch. Yeah, you've needed to do that for many years, right? I know how it is. Having pancakes one day of the year isn't so bad. You need to learn to enjoy things. Nickerson. Whatever. Grutch. It's hard to believe they still have Pancake's house in a year like this year, 2025. Nickerson. I know what year it is. Grutch. I'd hope so, but you look like the kind of guy who needs to be reminded of that every now and then. Anyway, we're in a period of cultural stagnation. They don't make new movies or books so much anymore. Ever notice how when people talk about movies, they almost always talk about movies made in or before 2010? All they do nowadays is turn old movies into 3D or smell-o-vision or juice-size, etc. They turn the old books into pop-ups or sensies or get the celebs to play act their favorite parts on Hulu. No new content, just changes of form. Nickerson. Do you ever get to the point? Why do you even need me here? At the pancake place all you talked about was some dead cop you like named Tommy Gibbons, and now you're telling me what year it is and what movies are like. Grutch. It's my process. I don't tell you how to polish rocks. Nickerson. Geology is more than Grutch. So anyway, there's a lot of cultural recycling going on. For the average man, such as yourself, this isn't a big deal. You don't mind being told the same things over and over again. Nickerson. That sounds boring. Grutch. Nonsense. Years ago Dawkins told me about you. He said he had to tell you the same things over and over again about how to straighten out your shit, and you didn't appear to ever learn anything. Nickerson. Oh. Yeah, but he always said stupid stuff. Grutch. You want me to throw you in that river? Because I will. Nobody even knows where you are right now. Nickerson. Sorry, sir. I guess he was right about some things. Grutch. Damn straight. Dawkins was right about the plateau we are on. He wrote constantly about it like some mind-stuck imbecile. He said art needed to become freewheeling in order to bring about new myths for our age. You know, Joseph Campbell-style shit. Cragg thought that by creating our own new myths people would become more confident and happy. Now, I would term it a little differently. I would say what we have been missing isn't myths but heroes, although maybe the myths and heroes